Hey guys, so today we're going to talk a little bit about a person who reached out to me and how you may not think so, but if you're a little bit either unclear on what skills are relevant to the profession that you are applying for and what is going to actually come back and bite you in the ass. In other words, we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of being honest, and not just honest, but also having an understanding of what people expect of you. So let's just get into it. So to give you a bit of context, the person in question who reached out to me had a bit of an issue with finding employment as a front-end developer. And the thing is that this person asked me to review the CV that this person was sending out to different employers, and I did. I had a look at that. And the thing is that it's like, as I walked through it, I saw that one of the things that was very telling for this individual, or rather the CV, was that all of the employments were very short and they were all very focused towards design and UX and interaction design and so forth. Now, that's not a big deal, but this person was applying for front-end positions. And you know that I've been telling you quite a few times that it doesn't really matter how you want to define what it is that you do. You can call yourself a front-end developer and focus on design. You can call it yourself whatever you want. But when you apply for a front-end position, in general, your employer is going to be looking for coding skills. That is the focus. Now, this person had coding skills under a section called hard skills. And I was looking through these, and one of the first things, and this is just a good tip to you guys in general, guys, if you write as hard skills that you know the command line, that is a very big tell that you don't do this, like you're not a professional software developer. Because a professional software developer would never put that on a CV, like a real, it will be no point to it. It's such a, I don't want to go too far, but it's very similar to a race car driver saying that he has a driver's license, or you know, that he knows how the steering wheel works. It's something that is so, it's not even relevant for most employers. Now, this person had gotten an astounding amount of rejections due to the CV, and as from my perspective, the reason why he found this, finding it hard to actually find any type of employment, has to do with the fact that he's trying to, as a designer, go into front-end development. But if you look at, I was looking through his hard skills, he was claiming, I mean, just think about it, and this was actually one of the first things I saw. It's kind of interesting because he had jQuery, Angular, React, Python, Mocha, Jasmine, Karma, what else was there? HTML, CSS, of course, command line, Git, GitHub, and you know, the list kind of went on there for a little while. Now, the things that he's listing rivals a CV of, I have those skills on my CV as well. Now, the difference here is that if you go to my CV and you go and look at where I've actually been working, everything I've done states software developer, software developer, software developer, software developer. Anything that you looked at for him said designer, lead designer, 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 designer. Do you see the difference? You see, the fundamental issue here is that, and this is something I've been saying as well, you see, when you try to pretend, and it doesn't have to be because you're trying to fool anybody, it's just that you have to understand the distinction between a professional software developer, somebody who does this full time, this is their thing, and someone who knows a little bit about it. This person with that background, no computer science degree, no education whatsoever in software development, completely self-taught, and then a very, very hard focus on design and a design education. Ask yourself, what is the employer going to think when they read that CV? Because if they're looking for a programmer, this is not it. If they're looking for a designer, this might be very interesting. And it might be even more interesting to know that this designer actually has some coding skills. This could be very useful to a design position. If you're going to be a designer, this might be very relevant. And that's actually what I wrote back to him, and I said, I think that you should maybe focus more on your design aspects and try to more lift, your strength seems to lie in design. Maybe that should be your focus instead of programming. I know that coding skills are very sought after, but instead of having the conversation that, oh yeah, I'm equal in both, they're trying to sell the idea that you are a programmer and you are a designer, maybe you should go for, I am a designer with coding skills. He wrote back to me, and it seems that he understood my point of view, and it's going to be interesting to see now. Hopefully he will keep in touch, and we'll see if he can actually get a position working by just tweaking that a little bit. And that's the thing I want you guys to take away from this. So guys, unless you are a professional software developer, don't try to sell the idea that you are, because it might actually just end up with you not getting a job at all, because people will see through it. Have a great day.